What's up, guys? It's the Minted Caliber here.
F-13 the Beast.
We are all douchebags. I am Tarot Storm.
Yes, we are douchebags. So Thea and I had these two start last time with what we're talking about. I'm going to go ahead and do that because they are honestly getting tired of it. Moving on. So today we are coming to talk about Shippo.
Bum,
Yes.
bum, bum.
What's new? I know I said that I'd made that was the last YouTube video I was making, but some more recent stuff had came out. So going back to I'd say a couple days ago, actually it's about 4 days ago, something like that. We know this guy on you now. His name is Nightmarish Diminish. We'll just say Yavi for short because that's what everybody knows him as. Awesome ass dude. So our buddy Yavi, um, does not like Shippo with a passion, or hates him with a passion, and for very good reason, which I'll get to here in a little bit. But Shippo had finally guessed it with Yavi because Yavi just wants straight answers. One, did he do this? Two, if he did do this, why did he do this? So it was a bunch of bantering back and forth, Shippo dodging questions like he normally does. It's the same old story, just a different tune, really. So that goes on. Yavi inadvertently got Shippo to admit to the 14-year-old and the 17-year-old without Shippo realizing it, which was honestly brilliant on Yavi's part. That was a fucking damn good broadcast. So Shippo says the things that he normally says. Oh, well, I'm never going to do this again. I ask ages whenever I go into a broadcaster's live stream, and I stay away from underage broadcasters. Really funny considering literally the next day he was live. I happened to notice he was live. I told Taro. Taro went in there. And what did you see, babe?
I saw him guessing with a very questionably aged female. I tried asking how old said female was, and I realized I was blocked, so I couldn't do that. But I did not stay for the entire guessing moment, nor did I watch the entire guessing moment posted. And in that moment, he asked her, "How old are you?" And she says, 15. And instead of being like, I should go, he just continued to talk to her.
Not surprising.
Yeah, not surprising given his character. So with that being said, we already knew he was lying because he told us the exact same thing. And it's funny because he says that, but Beast caught him in another person's broadcast who was a questionable age.
Yes, I was actually I was watching. I believe it was Grump that I was watching, and then his broadcast
Ah,
ended,
yes,
and he
good
was like,
old IR Grump.
"Yeah, good guy." Anyway, um, his broadcast ended, so you know how it drops into another broadcast. It turned out to be this girl. She looked a little younger. Definitely didn't look to be a non-minor, but you couldn't tell she was like 13 or something like that. But everybody had questions to say she wasn't 13. So there was a lot of that banter going back and forth. Um, Eventually, it came out to be that she was actually 12 years old. So people started reporting her. I actually reported her. Um, I mean, she wasn't really doing anything provocative either. So I mean, like, they put that in context. She was literally just sitting there talking to her friend. You know how, like, most people not allowed to be on now. They usually are just sitting there bantering back and forth with their friends or whatever because they think they're getting away with something until their account gets banned. So that's going on, and then all of a sudden I see uh, Shippo with Nightmares Diminishes tag because he had like a period in between his with the blacked out picture, and if you obviously click on his profile, which I did, and it turned out to be him, he was making references towards her chestal region and other different provocative statements towards her, knowing that she was 12 years old at the time.
Yeah.
because it was quick.
I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh when you say Chestal regions.
I did, me too, but I was just like, I'm gonna not
I'm
go
just like, I can't hold it. So yeah,
So,
then moving on from that, obviously, after he got done with guessing with said girl, that me and Taro are talking about, he deletes, or he can't delete the moments. He hid the moments like he always does. So, obviously, the girl that he was guessing with did not delete the moment, which is honestly good for us because that moment is still there, and to anyone who wants to actually go see it, they can go see it, see the whole thing. So, moving on to not last night, but the night before last night. Me and her, we were on you now. We were just going back and forth. I was giving random people's likes, and I don't know what. No, you weren't on you now at that time. And I was like, hey, do you want to go live? Or at first I said Shippo's live. And I was like, hey, do you want to go live? Because I just wanted to boot his ass off the fucking leaderboard. Because here's the thing. With you now, there's like, you have your specific tag, whether it be hashtag guys, alternative board, so on and so forth. You have like a little leaderboard where it's like, oh, you're this number or you're in this place. And I just want to knock him down, which obviously didn't happen because he had 400 likes and I wasn't going to have her put. Okay. I wasn't going to have her put out that much money to get me that many likes. So. Because bars do cost money. But I was ghosting, and I don't care if he knows this. I was ghosting his broadcast from a web browser. Because with a computer, I can actually do that and not having to be signed in compared to, like, say, your phone. So I was ghosting his broadcast, and I seen somebody, one of our friends was in there, just basically being what he is, as well, a child, nonetheless. But it was in like some along the lines, just dogging the shit out of Ship. It was fucking hilarious, to be honest. And some other person was like, oh, I don't know why people are so mean to you, this, that, and the other. And then another person came in and was trying to defend him as well. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, hell no. I said, we got to go to Shippo's broadcast. And she's like, okay. So she tried talking to the person. The person wouldn't listen. So I'm like, I got this shit on my computer. I went to that person's wall. And this is what I posted. Now I gotta scroll some up. Sorry, it's hard for me to see with these glasses on. So I send a screenshot of him admitting that he dated a 14-year-old, blah blah blah. Explain to her that that's the guy you're watching. That's his old you now. All right. She goes, hey, I don't freaking care. I bet he does not date 14-year-olds. God, her fucking grammar. Girl, and I know that he amazing. He amazing. Yeah. And awesome guys. Why the fuck the S? Okay. So you guys back off him and stop saying stuff because that's just blackmailing and all. Anybody want to touch the blackmailing part?
that's not the proper term for it. I mean, what blackmailing states is the fact that you have a secret of somebody's or something that somebody doesn't want to know, and you threaten them to do something, money or any type of other thing that would entice you not to tell everybody else. What we do is we gladly tell everybody about him because we're warning people. So there's a big difference between that and that. So we may be consider what people consider bullies or whatever about the whole situation. But if it means that I'm bullying a pedophile and trying to make life hard for him, I'd gladly take the title bully for him. So there you go.
All right. And to anybody, go ahead.
Here's the thing. Uh, when someone is arrested, typically, if you look them up online, like for instance, you can go look up his police record right now and see that he was arrested twice for criminal mischief.
Mm-hmm.
Because police records like that are typically public records, or you have to like pay a small fee and then you can see someone's entire police record. Point is, it's easily accessible. Another thing, when a pedophile moves into a community, they have to alert every single person within a certain radius of where they live what they are. And that's not so they can be ridiculed. That's not so they can have their house fucking spray painted or their car egged. That's for everyone else's safety. You now is a kid, and he obviously wants to hide what he did clearly so he can continue it. So he can continue to make child enticing broadcasts. There are broadcasts where literally it's nothing but him trying to make a stuffed animal talk. And some kids will find that funny. And that they're enticing with it. The broadcast he had with that girl was him literally sitting there with a Bugs Bunny stuffed animal making it talk. And she found it funny. She's 15. She's half his age. I don't see what you have in common with someone who's not an adult, who's still in school. It just, as a community, and if he wants to hide it, we will make it public. Because it should be public. Stuff like that isn't something you keep hidden. It's not. See, here's the thing. Doing something wrong, as much as I'm sure you want to get away from it or whatever, it's not. Sure, you think it's good for you, but you're literally hurting everyone else around you. It's like if you kill somebody, no one's gonna want to be around you because you killed somebody. If you have an STI, no one's gonna want to sleep with you if you're not, especially if you're not upfront about it, because you affect the people around you. I'm a fucking blunt, disrespectful little fucking bitch, and everyone knows it. I'm not gonna pretend to be nice to somebody just for them to find out I'm completely disrespectful and a total cunt. That's something negative about me, and I'm gonna fucking own it. We
Own
need
that
to
shit.
go associate with adults. And not adults who constantly have children in their broadcasts, like Yavi. Yavi is geared towards teenagers, but that's because he's an entertainer for them. Shippo doesn't entertain. He tries to befriend them and get into their lives. See, when I was his friend, it wasn't like general conversation that I'd have with a fan or someone on Instagram. It was like trying to get personal. And I don't share personal information anyway, except for with certain people. But it was stuff like, oh, like, what's your real name? I think I've given him like 60 different names. What's your real name? Eden. What's your real name? Ashley. What's your real name? Jessica.
And that's one thing I would like to say about him. He tries to force his way into somebody's personal life. You think I did that to Beast when I first met him? I was actually scared of Beast, believe it or not.
Beast, what's your social security number? I'm kidding. Don't tell me that.
But no, it's like, and he tried to do the same to me. Personally, I don't like having people having my name. Very few people have my name. You have to be on that special list to have my name. I have to talk to you every single day. Now, he can sit here and argue with this. Oh, well, I talk to you every single day. Yes, but I don't like you.
Wait, there's a negative tone to your conversation.
It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't really give a shit. It's like he'll tell me something or he'll tell Taro something and we're like, yeah, that's cool. We don't really give a shit.
Is there anything else important to say?
Yeah, I do want to, because some people may not have you now, and all they have is YouTube, and they've seen our prior videos. If you want proof of him guesting with the 15-year-old, well, I actually have it. I actually have two forms of proof. I have a screenshot and a video recording.
Alright, well, I'll do that, and then I want to say what happened today, and then we can wrap this up.
Alright, just give me 1 second. Alright, that's not it. Hang on. Here it is. All right, so Beast, what can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you gather from looking at her face if you can see it with the glasses on.
A very young individual.
Yeah, no, at first I thought it was a boy.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling with him.
That's why I said individual because I was unsure.
And then there's this instance right here. Let's see. There it is. So, he asks age. He stays away from underage broadcasters. Her age is, as you can see in her bio, she's thanking her fans for support. Obviously, that's what most broadcasters do. I need to start doing that. No problem. I'll do it again after or when I get my bars. Or not bars, free spins. There we go. Free spins. Now, if he solely asked somebody's age and he stayed away from underage broadcasters, well, why is he, well, like giving her, you're welcome. I'll do it again when I can.
He's a lying liar.
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as I'm sure some people are aware, I have an Instagram, which apparently I did not have blocked on, which I didn't realize it. But I haven't had that account for very long. It's been like a week, maybe, not even. It's only been a few days. And he already found me, and he commented on a bunch of my posts. One of which is like this playpen thing. He's like, let me guess, a playpen full of balls. Emphasis on the balls. That apparently really excited him. Then I have a picture of he said he's in a black suit. Someone passed away. LMAO. I realized you fucked. How is someone dying funny? Not that it was, but like, what the fuck? So then he sends me warning for anyone sensitive to creepy material. And he sends me this. And he says, does this make me a little LMAO? Looks like a Sunny D bottle filled with liquor. I don't fucking know.
Grape juice.
No, I think it's soda. It looks carbonated, but it's a Sunny D bottle.
Could be grape soda.
Oh,
I swear.
It looks chunky. I don't know.
that looks chunky.
Yeah.
It does. It looks nasty as shit. I don't know what the hell it's in there, but it
Oh,
Someone
fuck.
who keeps telling me how obsessed I am with him, I have him blocked on everything, and he's sought me out. Like, he's constantly looking for me, because there's no way I popped up in people you may know. Because I had that shut off. But I don't pop up. You would have had to look for me.
All right, there is one thing I would like to touch on. I don't think we've actually mentioned this at all. This happened a while back. So, obviously, these two know I love or not really guest broadcasting, but my sister comes in my room from time to time just to chill out and hang out with me, whatever it may be. She's into vaping, so it's like we have a little vape session on you now, whether it be with her, him. And yes, I know my sister's 15, but I can't really. Well, actually, she's turning 16, but I can't control what she does. So before anybody says, oh, you let your sister vape, first off, I'm her brother. I can't control that. What she does with her money is her personal business. But she'll come into my room from time to time, be in my broadcast, participate and whatnot, talk to my fans. And Shippo had the audacity, and Beast has seen this, Taro has also seen this, had the audacity to say that I had my sister in there to intrigue him or try and get him to come to my broadcast. First off, no. My sister had nothing to do that night. I was going live. I said, hey, do you want to go live with me? Sure.
Didn't you actually make her put on a jacket because you didn't like how provocative the shirt she was wearing was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally called you. I totally tried to get you in there when I told her to cover up. You dumb shit.
You know, I just think that just kind of points to the whole fact of how sick he is when you're guessing with a family member and he just uses that as like, oh, you're just baiting me into this. It's like, how is any way, shape, or form a young minor female any way enticing to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to bait him to my fucking broadcast, I would use somebody other than my sister. Say, hey, like Billy.
Alright, Billy would work.
The fact of the matter is I wouldn't do that. First off, I'm not willing to put a child in danger to lure someone to my broadcast. I'm gonna come out and say it. And I've told him this. I said, you got something to say, come to my fucking broadcast. Because I've already showed that I'm not afraid to go to yours and say some shit. But it's funny. Past few nights, he's been coming to my broadcast. As soon as me or her... That quick change, though. As soon as me or her notices him, poof. He leaves.
I didn't notice, but I, like, cracked them, so there's a sharp spot that was, like, digging into my face.
Oh, I saw you, baby. But yeah, she's even like just kind of like looked up, like, or actually would be down for you because you're on a phone, and she chuckles and then I notice it, and then he leaves. Or if I say, Shippo, you gonna leave this time? Poof. But I think that's pretty much it. If any more shit happens, you know what? I'm not gonna say I'm done making videos about him because we all know that ain't true. But if any more shit comes out about him, or we catch any more, him doing any more things, guesting with minors, participating in minors broadcasts, which if you do see him pop up in a minors broadcast, make sure to screenshot that shit. So yeah. But
if you live in the Houston, Texas area, and you know a Roy James Stembridge who looks like the picture I've shown today, hit him with a baseball bat for me.
Trying to big bulbous beluga whale looking head.
Oh, Shippo, since you think that beluga whale is such an old insult to call you, how about this, you fucking beluga goat? Beluga goat. You're a cross between a fucking billy goat and a beluga whale. Damn, that's a bad combination. Anyways, guys, this is the Storm Family signing out.